Hey everybody, I've got a 2007 GMC Sierra, so it's the classic body style, so same as the 2006. So I'm under the truck looking at the rear differential here. Got a little bit of a leak that's starting, so I think it's the pinion seal. Anyways, I'm going to pull off this drive shaft and see if I can get to that seal. Okay, so first thing, I'm going to drain a little bit of this fluid out. Probably when I take this off, it'll probably drain out anyways, but I figure I might as well change the fluid while I'm in here. So I'm going to take the drain plug out here. So this is on the passenger side of the differential on this one, and then I've got a little pump that I'm going to try to fit the hose down in there. I really don't want to take the back cover off. I don't know if that gasket's reusable, but I'm just going to try to use this pump and see what happens, try to pump out a lot of the old fluid, and then actually start on this. Okay, so I did not get a ton of fluid out using the pump over on the other side, but anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and move forward. So next thing is just take these 4 bolts out here. These are 7/16. So I give them a little bit of tap with a hammer on the wrench, but it came loose pretty easy. Okay, so we got the U-joint out. I had to pry a little bit, after I took these out, pry a little bit, and the U-joint popped off. So I've actually got the drive shaft tied up here. Maybe not the safest thing, but anyways, I'm gonna try to stay out of the way of it in case it falls. But it is nice to get it up out of the way. So, all right, so I found a socket that I think fits. Seems like it's a 32 millimeter, fits pretty good. So one thing I did do was mark here and here. You can see with a marker. And then I also took a scribe and just tried to scribe a line there and there to make sure I line this back up. One thing I did notice is that there's there's 2 threads that I can really see right here. So when I put it back on by my scribe line, I'm expecting to see basically 2 full threads, and then the third one is down inside of the nut. So 2 full threads, third one's down inside the nut. So when I retighten it, obviously that's what I'm expecting to see or to line back up. Once these marks are lined back up, there's 2 threads down. That's where it needs to be. Okay, so I got the nut off. I used my impact there, took it off pretty easy. Now I have to pull this, have this puller here that I'm gonna try to pull off the, I don't know what that's called, but this piece right here where the U-joints hook up. So hopefully this will work. I don't, you can see this is a 3 or 4 jaw, or 3 or 2 jaw puller. So I've got it on the 2 jaw, and then I've just got it around these 2 spots here. So anyways, I think this looks like it might work, but I'm just gonna tighten this up and try to pull that off. All right, so that pulled off pretty easy. Now it's time to get the seal out. I don't have a tool like a seal puller. I'll probably use either a chisel and kind of go around the edge and try to get it out, or a screwdriver or something like that. But I'll see what I can do. All right, there we go. Got the seal off, the pinion seal, I guess. So I ended up using this little guy right here. I think it was an old paint can opener. I just ground down the edge a little bit and was able to pull it out. I tore it up pretty good getting it out, but anyways, the seal was bad. It was leaking anyways. So what I'm going to do now is compare this to the seal that I got from the parts store to make sure it's the right one. There was a few different ones listed based on the rear end. I didn't exactly know, and the auto parts store didn't know either based on the information I had. So anyways, just do a quick comparison of these 2 to make sure they're the same. Okay, so old seal, obviously new seal. you know, in general, they look the same. Looks like the outside diameter there's, you know, the same. I also have this old bearing here. Now, obviously, it's not for anything that goes in here, but if I set it down in there, it kind of just sits around the top. There's like a little bitty gap you can see all the way around. This one's torn up, but you know, when I kind of set it in there, the same thing, it sits on the top, and there's a gap kind of all the way around. So the best I can tell, they're the same. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in, and I guess we'll find out if it's, what I'm worried about is if this inner gasket area is, you know, different size than this. But anyways, it looks, from all purposes, it looks pretty much the same. So we're gonna roll with it and see what happens. Okay, so I got this all put back together. I meant to videotape putting in the seal back here. Kind of forgot about it. I started going and had forgot. Anyways, what I used was this big. It's a wheel bearing. So it actually fit pretty good over top of that seal, and I just kind of lightly went around the edges and tapped around the edge of here and let this kind of press in the seal there. Went in pretty easy. Then you know, reinstalled this back in the same spot. I used my marks on the nut, and let's see if you can see in there. So I don't know if you remember, basically I had 2 threads showing, and then the third one was just inside the nut. So I tried to get it back to exactly where it was, and then I had made marks. I don't know if you can see them on here and on here, to make sure that I lined this back up when I put it on. So hopefully that's in the right spot. My marks lined up, so I think that's a good thing. And then lastly, just put the U-joint back in with these little bolts, these little clips that go over top, bolts, and tighten that all down. So last thing I'm gonna do, I lost quite a bit of fluid out of here still. I was gonna try to pump all the old stuff out. This isn't set up real nice, or I can actually get to the bottom of this with a hose. So I don't think I'm gonna replace it all. I could take that back cover off and drain it all and replace it, but I think I'm just gonna refill it for now. I don't know for sure, but I think probably the right thing to do is just fill that up till it starts coming out, and then put the plug back in. So that's what I'm gonna do. Finish that up, and then just clean this up so I can tell if it's you know, if that's fixed the leak or not. I'm hoping it will, hoping it does. Looks like it's coming out of that back area. So anyways, that's it. Not too bad of a job. Things that would have made it easier would be obviously a lift, maybe even to jack up the back end a little bit, to have a little more room under here. But not a terrible job. Maybe an hour and a half or so to get it done. So anyways, thanks for watching. See ya.